Okay, good morning, everybody. We can't have a meeting because we don't have a quorum. We have, what, about 30 men?
You have to ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask them. You don't have to. Now, the delegates can stay. We'll make reports and stuff. You just can't vote on it. You want to do that? So we can bring you up to date on stuff? Okay. All right. Yeah, all right then. Okay, let's have the meeting. All right, we'll start with the minutes.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for coming. The minutes of the March Delegates meeting appear in the Cobrua Reporter. Has anyone found either an omission, correction, or addition to those printed minutes?
Yeah, under the executive board minutes, there's an indication that when a kitchen wall is removed on a 3-story building and the wiring gets cut, that Comcast has indicated that they should call Joe Giannetto to rerun these wires. That's totally incorrect. It has to be taken out and the minutes have to be corrected. There's a program it's being written right now that Comcast will be responsible for changing those wires. Also, there's no charge for any resident for wiring problems such as that in the unit, with the exception of if an individual has a cable connection on one side of the wall and they run their own wiring all around to put the TV on the other side. If that wiring gets damaged, that would be the responsibility of the resident. But otherwise, the wiring is the responsibility of Comcast. And Joe Giannetto is not to be called for any type of problem in a 3-story building. Thank you.
You won't see it, but that correction will appear.
Correction? Mr. Chairman, I have a correction. It involves me personally. I'd like the courtesy of a correction.
The question is, do the delegates have any corrections, omissions, or additions? It doesn't say yes.
Because he's a delegate. He's a delegate. Delegates can hold the mic, but everyone else must.
Mr. Chairman, may I have the floor to make my correction?
No.
Why not?
You can make it later.
No, I want to
Have a
make it
delegate.
now. I
We go
wanna-
to the bitch and ask Mitch to do it.
What?
Can't care for the good and welfare. Fred. We'll let you talk. We'll make the correction if there's one to do good and welfare. Are you finished? Alan? We have a tough sergeant at arms, Howard Goldberg, filling in today. I appreciate you volunteering. Thank you. Turn off your phones, please, even though it's not a meeting. Okay, President's report. I have to tell you, I'm getting they're changing the election laws. And a lot of people talking to me, whether they're Democrats, Republicans, Independents, NPAs, where do we vote? How do we vote? They changed the law on mail-in ballots. Nobody knows what's going on. So I called the Wendy Link, the supervisor of elections, and on May 5th in the clubhouse between 10 a.m. and noon, they will be here to answer all questions on elections. This is, what? Repeat it? Well, it's going to be in the Cobrua Reporter and on 63, but I'll repeat it. May 15th, 10 a.m. to noon, someone will be in here from the Supervisor of Elections Office. You can renew your vote by mail. You can register to vote, change your address, and now they're getting very strict about signatures, so you can change your signature too. So it'll be in the Cobrua Reporter and it's on channel 63. And I'll announce it at the next meeting also. That's about it, okay? Treasurer's report, Lynn.
Good morning. Our checking account had a balance of $14,652. Our CD is $37,237 for a total of $51,890. Last month's balance was $55,130. Any questions? Thank you.
Lynn, you want to give the M&O committee report, please?
Okay. The committee met with management Wednesday, March 15th, 2023. Present for management were Judy Milliken, Vice President of Said West Communities, Monica Wells, Chief Financial Officer for Said West. 6 committee members were present. A new yellow striping will be painted inside of the south gate. We are waiting for the automatic doors for the back entrance of the clubhouse. Flashing crosswalk lights have been ordered. We will also be receiving a new appraisal for our property insurance, for the property for Said West Insurance. We can expect another increase in our insurance this year. And there was a question on the hours for the gym. The gym is now back in regular hours, and collections for the month were $40,214. Any questions? Yes?
Harold, want to get the one?
Hi, Vicki Elmer in Brighton. I noticed a very simple comment on the middle paragraph under M&O about issuance of ID cards being relaxed, and I need someone to explain that.
Can you repeat that?
The issuance of ID cards will be relaxed. It's one sentence under M&O.
ID card, where are you reading that? That's not in my report.
The center of the M&O paragraph on the Cobrua.
Okay, but that's in the minutes from his report from the month before. That's not in this report.
So when can I bring this up?
New business.
New business.
Wait.
Thanks. Stan, you want to answer? Not now.
Mitch, you called me on that issue, so since this is not in Lynn's report, explain it to her,
Okay.
if you can remember what I said.
If not,
I'm not 90 yet, I
Okay.
can still remember.
I hope to stay there.
okay.
I'll stick with her afterwards.
Okay, anything else on them now? Okay. Nothing, Lynn? Okay, we go with security.
Hi, my name is Jody with United Security. This is the monthly review for the month of March. For miles patrol was 4,193. Pre-authorized calls were 3,411. Commercial vehicles, 2,886. And food delivery was 2,191. Any questions?
Okay, thank you. Sid, you want to take over for Cobra? Yeah, take the mic. Take it, Brooks.
Good morning. There's been no activity this month, and so I really have nothing new to report. If anyone has any questions, I'll be glad to take them. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
There's questions regarding the acquisition?
Yeah, just a minute.
Regarding what?
Hold on, let's give you a mic. Hold on, let's give you a mic. So everybody can hear.
There's questions regarding the acquisition of recreational property.
Yes, that's what this is. To identify yourself if you're going to ask a
I'm
question.
Mark Hoffman. I live in Newcastle. I'm here year-round.
Okay,
I've got 46 years' experience in commercial real estate. I've bought, sold, and created ground leases. I'm also mortgage brokerage. I can help. I don't have to be on the committee, but I can sit with your committee and help or present something to you that you can vote on.
okay, give us your name and.
Thank
Mark?
Thank
No,
you.
no, after the meeting, write it down, because we'll probably forget to tell you the truth.
Thank you.
Just write it down and give it to Sid. Anybody else?
Thank you.
Stan, we don't want to go into community affairs? Nothing? Okay. Let's see. Old business. Good.
Hi, I'm Milton Fishberger from Cornwall. Stanley, at the last couple of meetings, we have been discussing FPL coming down here and for the electric stations. Can you give us an update on that?
They haven't given us.
We're waiting for them to come back with a definite date. That's the best thing I can tell you right now.
All right, has there been any discussion from the M&O committee or from others on the locations or the location for putting these stations in?
We're waiting for FPL and another company to give us a survey and a report.
Thank you.
Anything else on old business? New business? Yes, Mitch, wait just a second. How
It's okay.
Mitch has.
I spoke with Stanley, I spoke with the
Hold on.
delegate.
Let me get your mic.
Stanley, I spoke with the delegate, Vicki Elmer, and explained to her the comment you had made to me regarding the easing up on the requirements for ID cards. Vicki still has questions, and I think that she has every right to bring them up. So I would like her to make her comments known, so it could be put into the minutes of the meeting.
Okay, let her bring them up.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mitch. Speak slowly.
Unfortunately, I have a doctor's appointment, so if you can just hold it off and make an appointment to call me another day.
Well, that's okay, but she wants them in the
Right.
record.
Okay.
She's not necessarily asking for every answer right now, but she wants to make her comments part of the record. to the minutes.
Let her make the comments.
All right,
Thank
go ahead,
you.
Vic.
My concern is that when you ease these IDs, when you ease the restrictions, that everybody's a little too relaxed. And that affects everyone when there are maybe 4 people in a unit utilizing our power, our water, our parking spots. So who voted on easing the ID cards?
The M&O committee didn't vote on easing it. The association took it upon themselves to issue more cards, and they created a problem, and we're trying to resolve it.
As long as you're trying to resolve it, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, anything else in new business? Good and welfare of the delegates, anything? Good and welfare for the residents, just, okay. Harold?
We'll meet over on this side, please.
We have a delegate back.
No, I'm sorry, Jay.
Yeah, just a quick question. When is the work on the tennis
You
courts
have
in
to,
Mansfield
please
going to be?
identify yourself first.
Sorry, Jay Goldberg, Wolverton. When is the work on the Mansfield courts going to be finished?
I've been out of commission for a couple of weeks, so I'll find out and get back to you.
Okay, anybody else? Okay. Non-delegates?
You a delegate?
No.
You have to sit in that area, please.
Okay, you're gonna have them Harold non-delegates now.
I'll be down with that.
Go ahead, you can speak now, sir. Just go up to them.
Dr. Garzaniti, Fanshawe B Association building. I noticed that there is a light pole that's down on Century Village Boulevard. It's the same light pole that was struck by an automobile several months ago, and now it's down again. So I'm wondering, is this the result of a second accident or faulty repair of the light pole after the first accident? After the first accident, I had attended a meeting asking that there be a speed sensing device placed on Century Village Boulevard for vehicles traveling west, just as there is for vehicles traveling east. As a result of that accident, the first accident several months ago, taking down a light pole, it was evident that people are traveling at a very high rate of speed on that boulevard. If there's been a second accident, it's still evident that they're traveling at a high rate of speed, and a second accident indicates that we really have to do something to alert people of the speed they're traveling and get them to slow down.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else? Fred?
Good morning, Mona Lloyd, Dorset. I'm a delegate, but I'm also here as a resident to make a comment. In an effort to determine resident support in Century Village for additional pickleball courts, members of the Century Village Pickleball Club began to chat with neighbors and friends to obtain feedback. Consequently, it became very obvious that there's a great deal of excitement and support among residents to expand this growing sport. As a result of the feedback, club members began asking residents if they would be willing to sign a petition to document their input. Today, I'd like to present you this morning with signatures from 729 Century Village residents representing all 16 associations demonstrating their support for increased pickleball courts. There should be no doubt that this exciting, growing sport has caught the attention of our community. Once again, I ask you to move forward with expanding our courts by allocating funds in the upcoming budget. Our resident population expands greatly, as we know, when our seasonal friends and neighbors return in the fall. I'm begging you, please consider taking action on this expansion to accommodate their return in the fall. As always, I thank you for your time and support. May I present this?
Yeah, give it to me, I'll give it to Stanley.
Okay, I'm just gonna make one comment. As I told you on numerous occasions, this will come up in the budget, we will review it, and we're well aware that there should be an increase in pickleball costs, but until we do the budget, I can't give you an answer. But we will take it under consideration in our review.
And I thank you so much for your time. I just wanted you to understand that there is a growing interest in the number of support represented with 729 signatures. I think demonstrates that.
We quite understand where you're coming from. You've explained it to me, and so far I remember it.
Thank you very much.
At my age, I may forget it.
I'll remind him at the next
to
meeting.
remind you if you don't mind. Thank you.
Fred?
My first comment is a correction to the Cobrua minutes. I have the Cobrua reporter here. It's printed in the delegates meeting minutes by Alan Perlman that Dave Fisher was given a chance to speak at the last meeting. And this is what he stated. This is what the minutes say. When the residents have a chance to speak, Fred Hadley, which is myself, I didn't identify myself, Cornwall, went over his allotted 2 minutes, and I, meaning Dave, asked him for the microphone. He turned and walked away from me. This is where the correction has to come in. I passively attempted to take the microphone from him. Then he goes on to say, later on when he got home, 2 Palm Beach County sheriffs knocked on my door. Well, they certainly did. I don't consider putting his hand on my person forcefully and reaching across my chest and violently, as the video that the police saw, and as all of you saw, and it's available on my YouTube page, violently grab my microphone. If that's passive, I'd hate to see when Dave Fisher loses his temper. I hope you have a lawyer, sir. The fact that this has not been adjudicated indicates that they may possibly want to make a test case out of you for assault on a senior. And I hope you have legal counsel. And the other thing I want to say is that I'm hoping that the Cobrua will reconsider the cable contract. This was a fraudulent deal. We were not given all of the offers in a timely manner. The bids were kept away from the unit owners and the websites for over a year until the decision was made, and it was a poor decision. 5 of the associations are saving $1.1 million next year, and the other 11 associations are losing $3 million next year because this committee acted without giving proper information to the associations and to the unit owners. And this contract should be vacated, and we should start all over again. And these things need to be discussed at these meetings, not in secret. The culture of secrecy of Cobrua is destroying this village and will ruin the 2028 acquisition committee unless we have full confidence that all of the information is being brought to you. I know I went a little over my time, Mr. Chairman. I thank you for your consideration and courtesy. Thank you very kindly.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay, motion to adjourn? Then wait, we're adjourning nothing, we don't have a meeting, we don't have to adjourn. Thank you very much. I appreciate you staying even though there wasn't a meeting, we'll take everything into consideration.